Okay. So this is my virtual presentation for my final hat project. Um, so the avenue that I decided to take with this project was Black-owned small businesses in our community, which is Louisville, Kentucky. Um, so yeah. So why did I choose Black-owned small businesses in my community and for my hat project? I'm not going to read word for word verbatim what it is because that would be a useless presentation. You could just do that yourself. So I'm just going to kind of give you summaries of each thing here. I'm not too good at giving presentations, but I'm going to try my best. So growing up, I actually still live at home. I grew up in Mount Washington, Kentucky. It's about 30-ish minutes away from campus, and it's a predominantly white community. Growing up, I didn't have very much exposure to other cultures or other communities of people, and because of that, um, I never really understood what it was like um, for other cultures to have small businesses and how hard it may be. Um, there's plenty of small businesses in my community in Mount Washington, and there's not really any barriers to entry or um, any significant cultural problems when running those businesses. So while it may be ignorant, I don't think I really understood um, how it was for other cultures and specifically the Black community having small businesses. So I felt that they were underrepresented, and I wanted to do my project about that and explain how I could in the future use what I learned in this course to um, help represent an underrepresented group here. So to the left is it's called Baby Backs. It is a small food truck that is Black owned and is a small business. And I actually had the chance to go eat there. Got to talk to the owners, and they were. I explained to them that I was a U of L student, and I was, um, with their permission, going to use their business um, as my like final project, like focus on them. And they were completely cool about it, and they were super amazing. They were great people, and it was a great experience to get to meet them. So next, I'm going to highlight some of the small local, Black-owned businesses in Louisville. So first, ARGC Construction Group. The owner is Alyssa Richards. It's just a small construction company based out of Louisville. All of them have buttons here that if you want on your own time to click, and you can go to their websites. Next is Being Together Honeyco. Um, the owner is Kenneth A. Griffith III, and it is a company using bees as therapy and honey as therapy. So you can book time slots and get to beekeep and unwind that way. Next is Highview Ice Cream and Coffee. The owner and operator is Marley Anderson. I have actually been here before, and I actually really, really, really like their cappuccinos. Um, so, um, yeah, so I was pretty excited about that. And next is BNX, or actually last, BNS Electric Supply Company. The owner and president is Clarence Roby. Um, I actually, my dad works for BNS, and I had the opportunity to work for Clarence a little bit. I was a warehouse employee for about 3 years while I was in high school, and I got the opportunity to meet him. He's a great guy, and he is super proud of his culture and everything that he's been doing for Black-owned businesses, not only in Louisville but everywhere. He's won tons and tons of awards, and he's definitely a business owner that I look up to. So my Smarty goals, um, I'm really in a nutshell. Um, my goal was to use what I learned in this course to create an advertisement for baby backs. Um, that was kind of my main goal here. Um, so this was measurable because I was able to track my progress through micro badges throughout the semester and be able to um, make sure that I'm on top of everything and doing it on a deadline, which goes through time based. It was due 2/25, so that was the final day that I could do it. Um, as you can see, I kind of pushed the presentation off as long as possible because I hate speaking. Um, but it was achievable because I asked myself at the beginning of the semester, am I going to be able to complete this project in the allotted 6 weeks of this course? And at first, I wasn't sure, but now I'm glad that I did, and I really put my head down and I worked towards that goal because it's something that has really paid off, and I think can definitely open into a career opportunity in the future. It's inclusive because um, a once foreign concept to me. The black community and black business owners. It was once foreign to me, and I was able to be accessible to those groups through this project and be able to represent them. So equity, it was obviously another very, very important concept to me for this project, um, because I do not have the ability to adequately represent black owned small businesses in my community. But I believe that, putting my best foot forward and, you know, making an attempt, maybe other people will catch on and do the same. I think a lot of people believe the same as me. Um, so this is where I was able to transfer what I learned from my badges. Specifically, what I used the most was the principles of design through Adobe to be able to, appeal to the visual senses to create a flowing and very attractive advertisement. So this was the new advertisement that I created for them. It's just like a little flyer that maybe you could hang up or post on Facebook or whatever. So here it shows like um, operation hours and then the uh, the like location of it. And then this is like their slogan. So the badges that I earned were the basic principles of design that I had referred to earlier for the advertisement. Um, that was through Adobe and IBM. And then I thought since I was going to have to make an Adobe Spark page, or I guess it's now Adobe Workspace, I thought that it was important to uh, do these two badges. It was fundamentals of Adobe Spark 1 and 2. They were very helpful for learning how to use Adobe Spark for this project. Then Microsoft Accessibility Fundamentals and Grow with Google. So coming in the semester, I would say that my time management skills were definitely subpar at best for sure. Um, and I think knowing that I only had 6 weeks to complete this assignment and project, that I really had to focus on my time management and really, really stay on top of all my things in this course. So I think that was for sure a lesson that I learned. And then obviously through the badges that I earned, I learned so much from those. Um, so a critical takeaway. Let's see. So I think a critical takeaway for me from this project would be that I see a future for myself in the marketing world and trying to represent underrepresented groups because I was always raised to have a voice, and some people weren't, especially marginalized groups. And I think I would like to use my um, already set skill of using my voice and standing up for myself to stand up for people who can't or maybe won't stand up for themselves out of fear of rejection or whatever else it may be. So obviously, um, I really enjoyed the graphic design aspect of it, and maybe in the future I could create websites or whatever else for small black-owned businesses. That would be my ultimate goal. Um, so my connection to badges is kind of long, honestly. So I'm just going to kind of summarize it. Really, I was just able to take all that I learned from my badges and, you know, sorry, take all that I learned from my badges and get to um, put it to use for this project and for my future career. And that was something that I was very, very grateful for. Um, and then lastly here, what did I gain from the project? Like the first line says, it would be easier to ask what I didn't gain from this project, because I feel like I gained so much. I gained knowledge, being ignorant to the struggles and hardships that Black business owners face. So I gained the knowledge of that, and then just the time management, the principles of design, learning how to use Adobe Spark, something I had never used before, learning how to be accessible to all types of people, all groups of people, and then finally how to use graphic design through Grow with Google. So I gained so much from this project. I was able to really step up who I am as a person, and I am very, very grateful for this course for that. So moving forward, I will. I think a lot of times people they say, "Oh, I want to do this, I want to do that," but for me, that doesn't give a very real feeling behind it, very real connotation. Um, so I like to use the word will because that means that you are going to, and it is your personal goal to complete this, and you will complete it. So moving forward, I will make it a priority in my life to make people feel loved and heard. And I'm very confident that in whichever way that I do that, my future career, obviously this is giving me a new perspective and something that I may want to do in the future. But I think it is definitely something um, that I will be doing in the future, is to make people feel included in, catered to. And so, yeah, that is my final hat project. Thank you for sticking around.